In today's video, we're going to talk about protecting your money. We're going to talk about getting your credit repaired and some of the things that you need to be aware of that debt collectors are starting to utilize to get to your money. I'm going to talk to you about a recent debt collector Zoom call that I happened to be able to listen to be like that fly on the wall. And I'm going to tell you some of the tools that they're utilizing to be able to get your money. And this even goes for business owners, and it goes for people who hire an attorney to work for them against a debt collector. This will blow your mind on how they are even able to take the money from your attorney, the retainer money from your attorney. I'm going to tell you the reasons why. But wait, I hear the music. I hear that music. It's breaking news. Breaking news. I hear that music. We have to interrupt this scheduled programming for just a few moments to give you an update on something that I need to make you aware of. If you do not know, over the last few years, there have been a couple of lawsuits that have affected the credit repair industry. The lawsuits stem from a 1995 TSR telephone sales rule that was made in 1995, and it also has a cover over it when it deals with credit repair companies. There has been clarification initiated on how credit repair companies have to move forward. And because my company is a company that's here to stay, we're going to go with the guidelines, and these guidelines are coming directly from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. What I'm about to tell you might frustrate you because it's going to seem, it's not going to seem right to you. You're going to think that some of your rights were taken away. You're going to think that your power to speak to people, to make decisions, have been taken away from you. But me being an individual with an open mind, I think I see the reasons why they're doing this, and I'm going to give my opinions on it, and I'm going to tell you how the credit repair shop has to proceed to remain compliant. Now, this is only with credit repair, not with dealing with debt settlement or dealing with helping people with court summons. This is totally different department, but this is strictly for credit repair. This is the guideline. It's the telemarketing sales rule and the Credit Repair Services Organization Act combined. Now, first, as a rule, credit repair companies cannot, with this advisement, we are not allowed to speak to you, even if, this is the crazy part, even if you fill out a form and you ask us to call you. So that would not be like we're telemarketing out like on a cold list. And we've never done that. We've only ran ads, people opted in and gave us permission to call them, gave us permission to text them, gave us permission to email them. And we would reach out, explain our services, sign people up. That is not something that is from the guidance and from the understanding, that is not something that is allowable moving forward. And we have made the adjustment, and from the way I interpreted the law from the past, I just admit that I did not fully understand it. But what I want to do is to help us be able to continue helping people, to make sure that our company is 100% compliant with the way that it is now being interpreted with the TSR. We are not allowed to speak to you. You can go to our website. You can read everything about what we've done for people. You can read everything about what we can offer you. You read it, and I think this is the reasons why, is because if you're speaking to someone on the phone and there's some type of promise that is made that is not either clearly stated on the website, or something that the company didn't authorize and that sales rep from somewhere. I'm not saying that my sales rep did it, but like say from another company, it will actually stop the confusion with people. It will actually stop people from getting upset about what's going on when it comes to them getting their credit worked on. That's what I think this whole thing will come down, and over time it will seem like it's a good decision. So moving forward, we cannot speak to you. If you were to call our number, we cannot speak to you about credit repair. I know that sounds crazy. You have to become a client. And to become a client, you have to sign up. Now, we've never charged upfront for our services. So that remains the same. So you have to sign up, but you have to take one additional step. You have to sign the credit services contract also. We've always had our clients sign the credit services contract. So none of that is different. Once you do that, we can speak to you about everything. We can speak to you about everything with getting you set up for services, getting everything sent out for you. That's just the way that it has to be. We don't make the rules. If you have any quarrels with that, you can call your congressperson and say, however you feel. That's your right. For me as a business, for me to protect my employees, they got families, they got children, they got expenses, they got stuff that they got to pay for. This is the way that we have to proceed. So what I've done is I've just made it very simple. You go to our website and you'll get to see what we offer. You get to see the work that we've done. You get to see, I just wrote out, this is what we will do for you. And if you want to do it, you sign up. You don't pay anything, as we don't pay for upfront services anyway. We've never done that. So you just get started. We get you in our system. You sign the agreement. We can call you, finish you up, relationship building from there. If for some reason when we do your review with the credit and it's just not something that you want to move forward on, you didn't lose anything because you didn't pay anything up front. So that's your decision, but this is the way that we have to proceed. And I know that feels counterintuitive because it's like, how can I commit and I don't really, some people just like to talk to people, but this is just where we're at with this. So you go to our website, read about what we've done for people, read about what we would do for you. There's no misunderstanding because it's going to be said the same way because it's right there in writing or with my videos. That's it. You sign up. We're going to put you in our CRM. You're going to get an email that's going to have your agreement to sign. It's going to be the same thing from what you saw when you signed up. We're going to get you going, and still on me, I'm going to send you this book on me. I'm paying the shipping and handling. I'm not charging you anything because they said that I can't even charge a shipping and handling for the book. So 100% on me, because if you pay me the shipping and handling, they say that's you paying for credit repair services, even though you're getting a book and my 4 free bonuses valued at $59.95, which is really valued more than that because it's going to tell you how to get a car low interest rate, how to get a mortgage guaranteed, how to get a credit card guaranteed low rate, and what's the other bonus? The other bonus. We got our 4 free bonuses. We got the major credit cards at a low rate, guaranteed to boost your scores, and to get a mortgage at a low rate, and to get an auto loan at a low rate. You get those bonuses, and this is a book that tells you how the credit system works. You can get your credit repaired, but if you don't know how it works, you're going to get yourself right back into trouble. You're going to be frustrated. Okay, we're done with that. So you know how we got to proceed. I'm going to say that over and over until everybody gets it. You know that we stand behind what we do, so that's the way that we have to proceed. So now, I was on a Zoom, and this is what debt collectors are doing, and this is how they're going to be moving forward. You may be like, this is unbelievable, and someone is texting me right now. You will say, this is crazy, but this is what they're doing. So this is what they're doing. So um, I know that before I even get to that, I like to always start with this because this is I want you to know that I understand how you're feeling. I want you want to get information. You want solid, concrete information because you might be having trouble sleeping. You and your spouse might be arguing. You might not be able to be of the right mindset when you're working. You're worried. You're having all of these issues because this debt is just tearing you up, and you want concrete answers. You want concrete solutions because when you have concrete solutions, it allows you to be able to move forward in your life. It allows you to be able to take action. Now, what I'm going to tell you is I'm gonna be counterintuitive on this. I don't want you to believe anything that I'm saying. You don't have to believe anything that I'm saying. What I want you to do is to listen, have an open mind, and then be willing to put it into action and test it. Because I'm not here to like sell you something. I'm not here to convince you to do something. I'm here to give you information. And you better bet your bottom line that the information that I give you is stuff that I've either done or stuff that I've helped my clients with success. But the first thing that you got to overcome when you're doing anything is your own mindset, your own feelings of depression, because you want to get things back to normal. If you can get the feeling of getting back to normal, you're going to be able to proceed in your life. If you get, you want to have a lifestyle that's like other people, or just a good lifestyle. You want to be able to protect your money. You want to be able to move forward without no surprises. You want to take little tiny baby steps to get to wherever you want to be, but you don't want things to be disruptive in your life. And I totally understand that. And so now, what I want to let you know, what I saw was very surprising with this debt collector Zoom call that I was on. Now, this is what they're doing. So if you have a debt collector that is coming after you and you don't do anything about it, you don't respond to the debt collection letter, you don't do a debt validation, you don't do anything, you just put your hands up and you just like, I'm not going to do nothing about it. You let them put the information on your credit reports. You let them go ahead and sue you and they get a judgment and then they try to do a garnishment. Maybe you're thinking that, okay, I'm not working and they're not going to be able to garnish my wages, or I'm doing 1099 work, they're not going to be able to garnish my wages. Let me tell you what they're doing now. This stuff is deep. And if you're a business owner, this is why you will see debt collectors who did not even do the loan, or even if it's the original creditor that did do the loan, this is the strategy that debt collectors are doing to be able to, number one, take assets, which is like, I'm talking about taking cars, like taking a vehicle from an individual. Like I never thought, but I guess the human mind will always come up with things. Human mind is very creative. Very creative. I mean, the AI ain't got nothing on the human mind. Let me tell you one strategy that I heard. Now, first I'm going to tell you a business strategy, and then I'm going to tell you a personal one. So on a business loan that the debt collector was trying to collect on the debt, they saw equipment that the business owner had that was not paid off. Because see, a lot of people think if stuff isn't paid off, my car not paid off, equipment not paid off, building not paid off, all this stuff, it's not paid off. So they're not going to want to come and take it because there's a loan on it. Oh no, let me tell you what they're doing. They will go and they're going to do what's called an assessment, and they're going to see what type of equity is in that item or that piece of property or that asset. They're going to do an assessment. So say, for instance, you have a piece of equipment and you put a down payment on that equipment. You've been paying on that equipment for a few years, or 3, 4, 5 years. And then they look at that and they're like, if we go and pay off that equipment. So see, this is the thing. If it had a loan on it, people thought that they were protected because they're not going to want to get it because it has a loan on it. They will go and pay off that piece of equipment. And then they know that they can resell that piece of equipment by using the equity that is in that piece of equipment. So I'll give you an example of something that happened to an individual. He had that riser for an auto repair shop, you know, where they put the car on there and it rises up and down, all that stuff. Piece of equipment was $20,000. He had put a down payment on it, and then he had been paying on it for about 5 or 6 years. They went and they just paid off that equipment because they knew how much it was going to be able to sell for. Now remember, all they're trying to do is just to make a profit on their money. So even if they went and paid off the loan, say it was $12,000 still on the loan, and they went and paid it off, and now they got $6,000 going towards their debt when they resold it, because they know what they're going to be able to resell it for. And there's plenty of websites that resell just about everything that we have out there. That's what they're doing now. But it goes a step further than that. The next step that they do is that, like, sometimes the business owner would try to go and get an attorney because they're going to do bankruptcy. They're like trying to see what they're going to do, or they get an attorney to try to fight. Check this out. This is like a move that I never anticipated seeing by debt collectors. Is what the debt collector will do is that they know that these attorneys have to work on a retainer, and they can actually get a writ of garnishment on that retainer, because until that attorney does actual work, they cannot charge you. So if you put a $5,000 retainer and that attorney has only done, let's just say 2 hours, and they charge $200 per hour, they can only deduct $400 and they have to give the rest to the debt collector. This is actually being done right now. Like, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. And now here's the other step. Here's the other step that they're utilizing. When a business owner fills out the application to get that piece of equipment, you think that they're going to fill out that application to make them look bad? You think that they're going to fill out that application to make it look like they're don't have the ability to be able to repay that loan? No, they're going to put down their assets. They're going to put down their bank accounts. They're going to put down their personal stuff, because they want to make the picture look right to the lender to get the loan. And what the debt collectors are doing is they're getting those documents, and now they have the bank accounts, they got the assets, they got all this stuff, all this information, even the references that you used to be able to get the loan. And then they start to target all of those. They target the bank accounts. They target other assets to be able to equal what they're getting. They don't even care if they have to do 2-3 assets to be able to get the overall amount. They're going to do it. That's what they're going to do. If they have to do 2, 3, 4, it doesn't matter the way that they were speaking on it. Now, let's flip that over to personal debt. The same strategies are being used. So you fill out a credit card application, bank accounts on your credit card application, references on your credit card application, job information on your credit card application, income on your credit card application. You go get an auto loan, same thing, information about your income, job, your income, job, references, all that information is sitting right there for them. And they still, depending on your state laws, they can still do this. Say that you got 2 vehicles. If you got 2 vehicles and they feel that one of those vehicles that you have that's in your name is worth more than what you owe on it, they can go pay off that asset. See, this is the key word. They will pay off that car, and then they will put it up for resale and get a portion. So say you owe them $10,000, they're going to buy the car. Say you only owe like $3,000 or $4,000 on the car. They pay off the car. They know that they can sell the car for $7,000 or $8,000 or even more. And then they take that money. Now they just paid down some of their debt. And this is all 100% authorized by our courts to do this. 100% authorized by our courts to do this. So now, there's other stuff. I'll get into the other stuff in later videos because I don't want to make this video. The Zoom was 2 hours. The Zoom was 2 hours. So now, what do we do to prepare ourselves? What do we do to not find ourselves in that situation? What do we do to protect our money? What do we do to protect our mindset so we don't get depressed, so we don't feel like the whole world is on our shoulders? What you have to do is, number one, you got to open up the communications with the debt collector. You got to open up the communication. You still have a right to do debt validation. You still have a right to challenge the debt, but you're going to have to open up those communications. If you don't feel comfortable open up those communications, you're going to have to get with someone that you feel will be able to speak on your behalf, so you can kind of calm things down and let them know what your situation is. Because until you let them know what your situation is, they're just going to go hard at you. They're going to believe that you're lying. I know that this sounds very harsh, but I have to say it this way. Anything that you say to a debt collector, it does not matter until you have some sort of information to back that up. All they believe is that you're lying, and they're just going to go after the money, go after the money, go after the money. The way to first start to kind of lower a little bit of that is to open up those communications. You have to be willing to do that. So when you open up those lines of communications, depending on what you want to do for your ultimate goal, there is no right or wrong. Some people don't want to see themselves in court. They're just like, let me get a payment plan so I can move forward. They don't want to have no judgments. They don't want to go to court. They don't want to see the judge. They don't want to go through none of that. If that is where you're at, you don't want to put up a fight. You just want to get with them and see what could be resolved without going and getting a judgment in your name. If you want to fight it, and that is the way that you feel, that you want to play it all the way out, because you can potentially win, and if you potentially win, you could pay nothing on the debt, zero. But that comes with risk. And if you go through that process, you could potentially get a judgment, or you can sometimes, depending on the debt collector in the court, you can say, well, okay, can we come to an agreement? I see where this is going. Can we come to an agreement and we can move forward? And then, maybe you want to offer a settlement. Maybe you want to do a payment plan, whatever it is, to keep it from becoming a judgment. And some of the times, even if it becomes a judgment, if you come through with the agreement, sometimes they'll dismiss the judgment that they placed against you. So if you need help with your credit, please visit thecreditrepairshop.com. The links is below here. You have to watch what we've done for other people. Watch how we repair credit. Sign up. If you want to sign up, you pay zero, nothing. I'm going to give you a copy of the book. I'm going to pay the shipping, so don't even worry about that. We have to do that to remain compliant, and we cannot, even if you ask us, we are not allowed to call you back. That would be a violation of the TSR. We cannot call you back. You have to do it all yourself. Sign up, and then an agreement is going to be sent to you. Once you sign that agreement, we're going to go through we're going to do a review of your credit reports. If we're all on the same page, we move forward. If not on the same page, we just cancel it. You have nothing to lose because you didn't pay anything. And just think about it. You got something in your hand for taking the time. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com to grab your TransUnion, Equifax, Experian credit reports and all 3 scores. If you have debt collectors coming after you early in the game, grab my 3-pack of letters. This could stop debt collectors. Statute of limitations letter for debts that are past the legal statute of limitations to collect. Debt validation letter and cease and desist collection activities letter. Use the one that is appropriate for your situation. As for donational notes, those letters can save you time, money, and frustration. I got a lot of good testimonials from those. Thank you for your time. Post your questions and comments. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and Founder of thecreditrepairshop.com. Don't forget to like this video and share it.